Because if you're going to commit to something, you commit all the way.
I was
I
confused.
respect that, but you're wrong.
And
No,
that's
that's why I succeed, because I'm never wrong. You are just
The
man.
point here is it's 2 against 2, right? And Swalch is actually coming over to the dark side now, right? So fuck you, Ian. Yeah, we're a few weeks behind, but we had shit to do, so...
But we didn't have
Not really, we're just terribly organised.
We're just lazy.
what actually happened was Alan got a job.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to come around until, like, late evenings and weekends, so...
She just doesn't really work with the rest of us.
Alan,
Well, you guys are all back in school now, so, like, you guys are busy until the fucking evenings of weekdays now.
Well, it's still all Alan's fault.
Right, well, we're gonna make up a new schedule soon, and everything will be gravy, alright? So shut your hole.
Are we actually? This is the first I've heard of set schedule.
Yeah, but
Same
we're
here.
going to have to make a new schedule now with school back.
Okay,
And you
well,
just said that.
I think we could have discussed this, beforehand.
Right, anyway, it doesn't matter. Right, so we listened to the new album by Stormwarrior. What was that album called again?
Heathen Warrior.
Heathen Warrior, okay. I thought it was pretty decent, but not something I'd have on my phone or MP3 player. It's just, the songs weren't, like, they just didn't catch my drift, really. They didn't really entertain me that much.
That is possibly the worst Stormwarrior album ever. Heading North,
Stormwarrior isn't even something I've listened to very often.
Heading North was such a fucking good album, and then this was kind of just... It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't worth listening to.
It just all sounded really sort of generic to me, I thought.
Yeah.
In my opinion, every single song on Heading North was better than every single song on Heathen Warrior. Just so much better.
There was nothing like memorable on it.
Yeah, no memorable melodies. Like at best, like some of the choruses were catchy. That's about it.
And this would be like what album is this? Like their fourth album?
It's the
not
fourth
sure.
or the fifth. Just let me check that.
Fourth, I think it is.
I don't know. As I said, I don't listen to them often, so I don't pay attention.
I thought something was funny is that they've included the words North, Storm, or Warrior in every single one of their albums.
And
The first one was Storm Warrior. The second one was Northern Rage.
At
Third
Foreign
one-
Shores,
Then there
Heading
was
North.
Heading
and
North
Heathen
and
Warrior.
Heathen Warrior.
Yes,
Isn't
that's
that
their
Foreign
fifth album.
Shores a live album?
Is it? Oh, Wikipedia doesn't say.
And they've had a few EPs as well, but yeah. I don't know, I just didn't... That was the first Storm Warrior album I've ever listened to, and I just didn't think it was anything special at all.
Yeah, same. It's actually the first proper album I've listened to as well from them. Other songs were just like every so often songs that I'd hear at like a party or whatever the fuck. But that was the first album from them I actually properly listened to, and it just wasn't my cup of tea.
Bored you?
Wasn't my
Heading
cup of tea.
North would definitely have been a better album, but oh well, shit happens.
It is a very good album. Anyway, that's enough metal hate from us.
Enough metal haters.
I think we're going to be doing this in sort of a circulation, so that was Ian's choice this week, so somebody else will choose an album for next week, and so on and so forth.
Okay,
Fucking Manowar.
Man, I haven't chosen an album yet. Screw you guys.
Yeah, Alan, you can do the next album.
Grand, so.
Or should
Right,
you
so,
can do this album, not the next album.
Oh, here, shut the fuck
Here,
up.
no, we're not going to get started on that. Never mind that right now, okay? You're going to get me too angry.
That's another chat for another day.
That'll take too long to come up, and we won't even
That-
reach
we
a
just
conclusion. I
don't- we just don't
guarantee
have
you we will
that
not
much
reach a
time.
conclusion, right? So just
We could probably put
forget it.
an episode on that.
Right.
We can do a fucking box set on that. Okay,
Fourth
next.
episode
Here,
special.
no, enough of that, right? Enough. Okay, schools in Ireland now are taking some big changes. One of them changes being raising the starting school age from 4 to 5, which is to help save money, and another one to help save money is to getting rid of transition year altogether. What do you guys think of that?
If you're living under a rock somewhere and don't know what transition year is, it's the year in between the junior cert and the rest of school where you do fuck all.
Dude,
Yeah, you
Fun
go in
burn
there
everything.
it's a chance to mature more for when you actually get out of school. If you think you're getting out of school too early, you can take transition year to help you mature more. You do a big variety of different subjects. You go on a lot of trips to learn more about different places and all that crap.
You sit in the
It's
class
just
and
a
wait
chance
for a
to
sub
mature
to come.
more, like pretty much. They don't even. There's no pressure in or anything. It's
That's
just a
what they
chill out
call
year.
it. That's what they call it. It's
let's
really
be
just a
honest,
year where you
let's
get
be
drunk
honest.
and forget everything.
You
Sam?
do absolutely nothing.
No, absolutely nothing. I did it
how's-
myself, and I think I got maybe 1 or 2 pieces of homework the entire year. You
I
do
was-
projects, but there's no homework.
They throw stuff at you to make it look like you're doing work, but no one's fooling anybody. You're not doing any work.
No,
at all.
the guys who were looking after transition year in my school, like as soon as the year started, they were like, "Yeah, there's no pressure in here. Just flake it."
It's kind of a gap year. but
Yeah,
you
it's just a
still
year
go
to
to
take a
school.
break from the junior cert before
And
you
it's
go into
such
the
a
leaving
waste of
cert.
money considering you have to pay just as much as any other year.
Well, the only
Yeah.
thing I
Well,
had
in
to
a
pay
private
was,
school.
I think I paid 70 at the start of the year, and that was just to cover all the trips. Like that was all I had to pay.
Anyway, so they're thinking of abolishing it just to save money, the government. What
Well,
do we think
as someone
of
who's
that?
already gotten to do it, I'd say fuck the rest of the people who come before us. And yeah, abolish it.
It's good crack though.
Yeah, it's
Is
alright.
correct.
There was some fierce banter had in fourth year.
Yeah, I'll give it that much. It was a good chance to have a bit of crack.
Also, it is sort of true that maybe leaving school at 17 would be a bit early. 16 for some
Yeah.
people,
Yeah, a
maybe.
lot
So.
of people
Um,
do actually leave at 16, 17, you're right. Yeah, that is a bit early now. Myself, I left at fucking 19.
Yeah.
Because I did
Why-
actually did an extra year in primary school because they changed years and they made me repeat for whatever reason. And I did the TY, which I didn't have to.
Mhm.
So that's 19 I left school. Now that's, I guess I could say so from my own opinion, that was a grand age to leave. But a lot of people are leaving around 16, 17. That is a bit young.
You're close enough to 20. You're 20 in like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months, is it?
About more 7 months I'll be 20.
Jesus,
Damn.
Yeah, I feel
so old.
so old. But, yeah, I think it
remember-
is a good chance to raise it from 4 to 5 because you can leave school that year later and be a bit more mature about it, make better decisions.
I remember a while ago hearing that transition year was originally introduced during a time of bad economy as a way of keeping
People in school longer.
keep people in school for an extra year so that there'd be more like jobs to go around.
Yeah.
And I suppose this is showing just how screwed we are, where we're going like, yeah, we can't afford transition year anymore, so we're just going to move the school age up. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But see, then you're just gonna have more people doing fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you're gonna have like something like transition year, then like if you're gonna remove it, you're gonna have to give them something else to do. Because if there's no jobs for them outside of school, what are they gonna do?
Yeah,
They're
it
just
kind of
gonna
is
sit
a
around
bad
and
time
talk.
to get rid of transition year because, as you say, there's no jobs going
Oh.
at all. The only reason I got a job was thanks to a family member. That's the only reason I got a job. See, these days, it hardly means like grades, like in your leaving cert, doesn't mean crap these days. It's all about who you know. That's all it is about these days,
And your
luck
facial
as
hair.
well.
and your facial.
If you
hair.
show up to a job interview with a beard and a suit, you're in.
Well,
deal.
I'll say this now. I threw CVs around everywhere for a solid 2 years, and not one thing I got back. In fairness, I still wasn't done the leaving, but not one
Yeah.
thing back.
Yeah, but usually, like, back in the day, places.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, jobs were
places
fucking
would-
easy.
yeah.
Back in the day, if you could count to 3, you'd get your job.
It was just a given that you could get a summer job, certainly in fourth year anyway.
Yeah, but if you
Even
think
like-
about it
even
these
like
days,
cutting
you,
people's
if you
grass
think
or
about it,
something like
if you think
that.
about it these days, though, you hear people, your mates that went off to like a different county for the summer, saying they got a job in a pub or whatever because their uncle owned it or something. That's the only reason people are actually able to get these
Yeah.
summer jobs. Not because of their grades, not because of their interviews, because of who they know.
Yeah, that's why it'd be in everyone's interest to try and stay in college for as long as you can, so that things are starting to shape up by the time you get out.
But yeah, by the time you get out, things are all right, and you can actually grab a job handy enough.
Or be self-employed, but like this is not the time for
Well,
that.
that's a self-employed. That's very difficult now. In fairness, even to just, I'd say, about self-employment, just to get started on it is the hardest part. Getting some lift-off money.
I mean, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Like,
On the dole.
Alan, you and me should just go into business and deal some crystal meth.
Oh yeah, I'm up for that.
sure,
Was
myself,
there
I'm
actually a
brewing
TV
moonshine.
show that you wanted to talk about? Joe?
TV show.
Oh, that's
Oh,
You
bad.
said there was a TV show.
Speaking
that has
of-
something to do with crystal meth.
Speaking of which, yeah, exactly that. I've been watching this really good TV show called Breaking Bad.
Oh, I've heard of it.
I watched like the start of the first episode. It just kind of made me sad.
Yeah, it's sort of a grim story.
All I know about it is it has your man from Malcolm in the Middle in it.
Yeah, the guy who plays Malcolm's dad, Hal,
Oh, sweet.
is the star of it. And
I'd watch it just for that.
Yeah, he's basically a teacher, and he finds out that he has lung cancer. He's a chemistry teacher,
Right.
and I guess he decides he wants to do something crazy and out of the ordinary with whatever time he has left in his life. So his brother-in-law works for the police in the narcotics unit, and decides to go on a ride along with him on like a meth lab raid, and he notices one of his past pupils fleeing from it. And so he gets the idea to offer him either he's going to turn him into the police or they're going to go into business together. And because he's a chemistry teacher, he knows lots about chemicals and everything. And he starts making this really good quality crystal meth, and just all this crazy stuff starts happening because of it.
Right,
Cool.
okay, it sounds interesting.
Yeah. So I'm like 4 episodes deep into it, and it's actually really good. It's sort of like, you know, the way with Game of Thrones, Ian, it completely hooks you, and you just have to keep watching one episode after the other.
It sounds a bit like that show Weeds, but kind of a little darker.
I never watched Weeds.
It's okay.
Right, nice review.
Unfortunately, it's not Game of Thrones.
I've never actually watched Game of Thrones. I've heard only good things, but I'm not arsed. I'm not arsed.
I wasn't either, but it's lucky that, and then you are arsed to keep going through whatever there is, 10 or 11 episodes.
Yeah.
It's medieval midget porn.
Yeah, the little midget dude gets all the women.
Right, so.
Well, in
That'll-
fairness to
that'll
him, he's
hook
a
you.
member of the royal family and he pays for them all.
I
It's just a
know.
Lannister.
Beggars can't be choosers.
A Lannister always pays his debts.
And has anybody been watching the old whatchamacallit? Fuck. What is that show called? It's completely stuck. Okay, never mind. Sorry, it's slipped my mind now.
What happens in this show?
Oh, dude, I love that show. It's so great.
Such a good show.
Come on,
But yeah, check out the old Breaking Bad. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
Might just
I-
do it.
There I remember. Another show that got recommended to me is this one called Eastbound and Down, which is just kind of shit in my opinion.
Never heard of it.
never
It's
heard
produced
of it.
by Will Ferrell, and it's about this guy who's like a down and out ex baseball player, and he basically tries to have a comeback. And really, the only funny part of it, unsurprisingly, is when Will Ferrell makes a guest appearance. The rest of it is shit and not worth checking out at all.
Sounds kind of shit compared to Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Indeed.
sounds awfully crap.
No midgets at all. Is that it?
You know what they say, don't judge a show by its midgets.
Is that everything for today then?
Yeah, I suppose so. That's everything. that was
Album
on
we
our
don't
mind.
like. Random TV crap. Random rant. Yeah, that's
And
everything.
next Saturday is the Saturday that's coming most recently.
Right, no, here, we're going to take
No,
a vote
that's
on this.
this
Right,
Saturday.
here, listen, right. Okay, so Ian, and I don't know if Sam is still in on this, but Ian and Sam believe that when you say the expression next, I'm going to use a day as example here, next Saturday, that you're thinking of the Saturday that's coming.
No,
Whereas
I-
me and Killian think that when you say next Saturday, it means the Saturday after the one that's coming. Alright, so what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below.
I was confused.
It's funny
I'm
'cause
on
no one
Alan
will.
Killian's side.
Right, okay, there you go.
Please,
So
please
that's
don't hate.
So far, that's 3 for next Saturday, meaning the next week,
You're
and
cowards,
one next Saturday, meaning the one that's coming. So
Next
Suck on
Saturday
that,
is
Ian.
not this week, but the week after.
yes,
And if you have an opinion on this, send your hate mail to problemcast@gmail.com.